What is happening? And welcome to my channel. A couple things I want to say straight off the bat. First of all, if you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also give the video a like. Even if you don't like it, just go ahead and hit the like. It'll be a random act of kindness for you for the day, and I'll be eternally grateful, and it's just a win-win for both of us. And the other point that I wanted to make is I'm going to apologize just ahead of time. I've got a chest harness for my phone, but I cannot find that thing, and I was wanting to get this video up, so I'm reduced to kind of having to hold it, so it might be a little bit jumpy, so sorry about that. So this video I've been planning on doing for a while. I've had several people actually ask me to do a tour of my setup, and this is my current setup because I have a lot of gear, like a lot of gear, and I ADD around with that stuff. I'm always swapping parts out and switching out. So if this turns out to be, if people are interested in this content, maybe I'll make more videos like this as I continue to reconfigure my setup at home. So let's go ahead and take a look. I've got here a couple of turntables and a mixer and something else underneath there. And the one thing I'll tell you is I am a huge advocate for dust covers. Dust's going to ruin your gear in the long run, so you should keep it always covered when you're not using it. It's only going to be a benefit. I also prefer to use hard dust covers. I have cats, and I know they go where they want to when I'm not around, so look at that deck saver. Look at those scratches on it. That would be on my mixer. Even if you have budget gear or stuff you didn't pay a lot for, there's no reason to unnecessarily beat it up, and you can prolong the life of all of your gear just by taking care of it a little bit. Also, on the subject of dust, there's something else I want to show you. I use this. Obviously, you're going to get dust on your gear even if you're keeping covers on them, so I just use this soft makeup brush to dust them in between uses. This can get in between those pots on the mixer, fader, get all the dust out of there. It's not going to scratch the gear. Same thing too, those buttons. Very nice, inexpensive, well worth the money. When it comes to my vinyl, I have that carbon fiber brush, but what I prefer to use is just a microfiber cloth just to give it a wipe down in between actually cleaning it. This one, I got that at the Discogs booth at Movement one year, but you can find these anywhere. They're a dime a dozen. So as far as the turntables go, this is the Audio-Technica ATLP 1240 XP USB, and I've got a full review of this. I'll go ahead and put a link to that in the description, maybe as an end card. There are a couple things that I didn't mention in that review that I'll talk about now. The first is that this has blue LEDs. I'm a sucker for those, so that's just kind of a huge plus to me over the other models. I know that's kind of a small thing, but I just dig them. Thought I'd mention that. Let's get a little closer here. The other thing is this target light. This is a user replaceable RCA LED target light, so if it goes bad you can just pull it out and pop a new one back in. You don't have to take the deck apart, so that's really good. The other thing that I like, and I prefer this particular turntable over others, is that look at my wrinkled finger. It's so cold out here. It's getting all dried out, but other decks, Pioneer and Technics, are recessed into the deck, so when you're beat matching and want to do a drag, this has a little lip because it's just sitting right on top of the plinth, and I think it just feels better dragging that as opposed to the strobe dots. So just tap, and there you go. You're right back in time. I think the reloops are also like this in Stantons, so just another small point of why I prefer these particular turntables, or a selling point to them, and I didn't mention that in the last my review. All right, so what I have here, a mixer. This is a Pioneer DJM 900 Nexus 2. There's not really anything I'm going to tell you about this that hasn't already been said by better people than me. My 2 cents about Pioneer mixers in general. A lot of people bag on them for the sound, and I say a lot of people in the Allen and Heath camp tend to do that. You know, I'm not going to argue that point. I will tell you that Pioneer mixers are bulletproof. I've played on Pioneer mixers that were just beat to hell, and they work perfectly. So if you're looking for a good investment, you're looking at buying a used mixer, I'd say you can't go wrong with Pioneer. This just quality gear. And I've got a little something under this dust cover. That is a Gemini MDJ 500 media player. And I have this specifically just to review. That's why I got this. And there's a little story. Actually, a year or two ago, I had a review up about this and it was scathing. I used the thing for about a week and I was kind of making notes for my review, and suddenly it lost the ability to play tracks off of a USB. It would just skip and glitch, and nothing I did you'd fix it. And I was in contact with Gemini, and they basically told me they didn't know what was wrong with it. So I wound up sending it back, and I posted the review saying the thing was a piece of garbage. I wouldn't recommend people buying it, and I just got dogpiled for that. So people felt that I was unfair to the unit in my review, that it really wasn't a review at all, and they said I should have, just got a lemon and should have sent the thing back, and then did a review based on the new unit and posted that review with a disclaimer that it was my second unit. So I took the review down, and I've got this other unit, and I'm in the process of reviewing it now. So in a month or so, I'll pop that up, and we'll talk about the Gemini MDJ 500. So, and finally, what I have here, these don't change that much. I pretty much use the same monitors. These are Tapco Thumps 15-inch powered monitors. As far as there's a little story also with these. Now, Tapco used to be a subsidiary of Mackie, and I got these things quite a while ago. Jeez, I'm not sure how long ago it was, but well, Tapco's not even a brand anymore. Mackie took them back in under the parent company. So I got these right before that happened, and I got a great deal on it. It was like $500 for the two speakers and the stands and cases for the stands and XLR cables. And I've used these things for little gigs. They're okay. And for bigger gigs, I've used them as monitors, and they certainly are more than adequate for this space. So there you have it. If you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, go ahead and pop it in the comments. And once again, give me a like and a subscribe. I appreciate it. I would love you long time for that. And thanks for tuning in. Take care.